All right, guys, today we're going to talk about how to divide a whole number or a decimal number by a decimal number. So we're going to start off with these three problems. You could write them down now and try them and then watch the video to see if you're doing it correctly. Or if you just need some help, then just watch the video and relearn the steps to dividing decimal numbers. So in this first one that we're going to do 8 and 34/100ths divided by 3 first. This problem right here is where we're going to start. So first of all, I need to rewrite it. It says 8 and 34/100ths divided by 3. This is our dividend. This is our divisor. So since our divisor is a whole number, okay, we can just go ahead and divide like they are two whole numbers. At first, you're going to totally forget that the decimal is there. Pretend it is not there and just divide. So 3 goes into 8 2 times. 2 times 3 is 6, which gives me a remainder of 2. Okay. I'll bring down this 3. 3 goes into 23 7 times. 7 times 3 is 21. That'll give me 2 left over, so I'll bring down my 4. 3 goes into 24 8 times, with a remainder of 0. So once I've done my division, I got 278. I look where my decimal is located right now, and I'm going to bring it straight up into my answer. Okay, so my answer now is 2 and 78/100ths. 2 and 78/100ths is my answer. So let's move on to the next problem. I have the whole number 93, and this time I'm going to divide it by a decimal. I'm going to divide it by 4 tenths. So I need to rewrite it first. I have 93 divided by 4 tenths. Okay, now when you're doing a problem like this, when a decimal is your divisor, you need to move the decimal point in your divisor to make it a whole number. Okay, we can't divide by a decimal. We need to make it into a whole number. So I can do that by moving my decimal point one place to the right. Now if I move the decimal point one place to the right in my divisor, I also need to move it one place to the right in my dividend. Now my dividend's a whole number. 93 is a whole number. So where's my decimal point? Remember, in a whole number, your decimal is at the end of the number. So my decimal point is here, even though I don't see it. So maybe I'll write it now, and I'm going to move it one place to the right also. Now, since I have a blank loop here, I'm going to add the number 0. Now we're going to treat it like it's 930 divided by 4. This is no longer a decimal. We moved it over. No longer a decimal, we moved it over. So 4 goes into 9 2 times. 2 times 4 is 8, which will give me a remainder of 1. Bring down my 3. 4 goes into 13 3 times. 3 times 4 is 12. That'll give me a remainder of 1. Bring down my 0. 4 goes into 10 2 times. That'll give me 8 with a remainder of 2. Now, I can't have a remainder here, and I don't have anything else to bring down. So now I need to add some zeros. Now remember, your decimal point is here now, so let's bring it straight up into my answer. I'm going to add a 0 and bring it down. So how many times does 4 go into 20? Hopefully you would tell me 5 times, and 5 times 4 is 20. And now I'm done because I have no remainder. My answer would be 232 and 5 tenths. Okay, essentially this is just doing division of whole numbers, except you have to move the decimal point so that this is a whole number. And then bring it straight up into your answer. So let's look at this one. I have 2 decimal numbers, a decimal in my dividend and in my divisor. So I'll rewrite it. 8 and 82 hundredths divided by 6/10. So the first step again is I need to get this decimal out of my divisor. And to do that, I'm going to move it one spot so it's in the back of my 6. So one spot to the right. Okay? And because I moved it one place here, I'm going to move it one place here. Now I'm going to move it straight up to where my answer will be. Now with division, it's really important that you keep things lined up so your numbers and decimal points go in the correct spot. So 6 goes into 8 one time. My 1 needs to go right over the 8. 1 times 6 is 6 with a remainder of 2. Okay, bring down my 8. 6 goes into 28 4 times, so my 4 needs to go right above this 8. 4 times 6 is 24 with a remainder of 4. So I'm going to go ahead and bring down my 2. 6 goes into 42 7 times. My 7 needs to go right above the 2. 7 times 6 is 42 with a 0 as the remainder. So if I look at my answer and my decimal's already there, my answer should be 14 7/10. I hope this answers any questions about dividing decimals. We'll be reviewing it again another couple of days before the Chapter 3 test.